Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer. And a very pleasant good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner. You know what? This is Monday, and I tell you what, we are opening the floor for a powerful, purpose-driven conversation today. And you don't want to miss it. Joining me is Pastor Larry Watson Jr. of TLC Ministries. They're located at 1100 West Scott Street. He's a husband, he's a father, he's a pastor, he's a teacher, and a gifted composer. But beyond every title, he is a man walking in purpose. And our topic today is purpose of assignment, knowing why you're here. Have you ever asked yourself that, why am I here? What is my assignment in this season? What has God placed inside of me that the world is waiting on? That's how I feel sometimes. Now this is not it's not an interview. It's an open conversation, and your voice matters. So be a part of this conversation today. We need your comments. I need you to engage. Let's discover purpose together. And I believe my good friend, my brother, Larry Watson Jr. of TLC. Good morning, Larry.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in for me.
Such a pleasure. Such a pleasure.
It's such a pleasure.
Only you could get me like this.
Look, I tell you, he got up. Look, that song, he got up. But Larry, no, I really want to talk, today is a holiday, everybody's at home, and I didn't realize there was a holiday till the weekend. And,
yeah.
But the fact of it is, I like to talk about things that are going to help you.
Yeah.
I don't like to just chitter-chatter to say I'm making noise.
Right.
But, okay, like a purpose. When we talk about that, so many times we think that you've heard from God, mm-hmm. and you haven't. Mm-hmm. You heard it from yourself.
Yeah.
You got to be able to, what would you say to a person, spiritually? Mm-hmm. I'm going to read this here. Mm-hmm. How do you know when you're walking in the right assignment? When you think about that, Larry, I mean, with your teaching, what you have walking with God, I mean, ever since you were a little fella.
Born into it.
Born into it.
Yeah. And
I remember your daddy, okay? I remember when I first met him, when I first moved here. Yeah. But the fact of it is, how do you know when you're really at your true assignment?
Yeah. Yeah. This you got a good subject today.
Yeah.
On so many levels. From where I am now, the 40-plus-year-old Larry versus
look at me, say, look, I'm 29.
You know what I mean? Versus the teenage Larry. Mm-hmm. I think purpose has a lot to do with, first of all, when God creates, He doesn't create without purpose.
Right.
So in Genesis, when he goes through creation, mm-hmm. the sun, the birds, the grass, nothing is created without purpose.
Exactly.
So the sun has a purpose.
Right.
The grass has a purpose. The deer has a purpose. The lion has a purpose. The antelope has a purpose. So He doesn't. So the fact that God took time to create you and me, He has a purpose. The way that I really dig into the purpose is I have to seek the Creator.
Come on now.
So that's time spent with Him, because I think sometimes your career doesn't necessarily mean it's your purpose. You can reach the top. 2 ladders can be there. Both can get you to the top. But once you get there, will you be fulfilled in a way that your purpose has been, yes, you've been operating in your purpose. I can climb to the top of the corporate ladder.
Right.
Just saying the right, meeting the right people, doing the right things. But at the end of the day, have I fulfilled my purpose? So I think at this stage where I am, or this season, purpose has a lot to do with what has God called me, what problem am I called to solve?
Okay.
When I come in, I specialize in this. This is what I do. This is what I've been purposed. I've been made to be a problem solver, not just a problem solver. When I come in, what value can I add?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, your willingness to solve, or the power that you have in you to solve problems, the power that you have to add value will ultimately have impact. So when I pass, when God calls me home, when it's all over, I know that I'm operating in purpose based off the impact that I've had. That only
you leaving back here.
Exactly. So just like in the Bible, Joseph. Joseph was just he had a purpose. God saw the purpose. His father saw the purpose. I don't know if his brother saw the purpose, but everything that he went through the pit, through Potiphar, through prison, the purpose, anytime you're operating in purpose, no matter where you're placed, your purpose will always cause you to rise to the top. And you don't even know it, but God took you through every season to bring you to the place, which I'm pretty sure Joseph could not imagine the palace in the pit. He couldn't imagine the palace in the prison. No. But God was molding him and kind of getting him. But all of that, his ability to decipher dreams, his ability to organize things. Wherever he went, he was able to set things in order. He didn't really understand that God was preparing him. His purpose was preparing him to have major impact. The minor, we can't look over the minor seasons, the minor things, because if we're faithful over a little, God will make you ruler
over a whole lot of it.
That's it. And so in these small seasons, understand that God is prepping you for something greater, a greater purpose. But ultimately, we got to know that in order to really tap into what that is, you can't tap into your own understanding. You got to seek ye first the kingdom. And when you do that, sometimes purpose will be tied to prosperity as well, but it can't be the reason why I'm operating. I got to tap into, like, God, why am I here? And rest there. Because sometimes God doesn't answer immediately. I gotta keep knocking.
Sure don't.
Keep knocking. Ask, and it shall be.
Seek,
and ye shall find. But sometimes that asking is like, I got to get into a quiet place to really, because different seasons, man, God will, you'll be like, God, I topped out here. And you kind of wondering, like, what's next? But you can frustrate yourself by trying to create the next rather than being at peace in what God is telling you is the next. This is the next. For me, like, I've been writing a lot lately. Never thought, Sonshine, there's some things that are happening now that I never thought I would write a book. But I understand now my purpose has been clarified. I think you have the same. We were just talking about our similarities. A part of my purpose is I'm a communicator.
Yep.
Ultimately, I can communicate through song. I can communicate through words and through conversation, through the word. Ultimately, my godly assignment is to connect people to God and his kingdom. Even with, I was thinking about this when I was driving here. Jesus had a purpose.
Yes, he did.
Jesus talked about the gospel, but the gospel were just the keys to the kingdom. Because he talked about the kingdom more than he talked about the gospel.
Yes, he did.
In order to get to the kingdom, I got to give you the keys. I'm the way, the truth, and the life.
The only way.
I'm trying to get you the keys to give you access to something that's greater. We got all into, like, he walked on water, he healed the sick and all that. But Jesus was like, man, look, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I need y'all to understand that there's something greater than just me dying. And I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. But my purpose is to give you access to the kingdom. Let me stop.
No, it's like, I believe this also. When, like I was going a totally different way for today.
I'm sorry.
Let me say this, everybody. You hear that noise? Pap, pap, pap. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. But let me tell you something. That means the studio is almost ready.
Yes. Yes.
You know when I told you that there are growing pains?
Yeah.
And those pains now were really growing. You hear that hammer?
Yeah.
That means that they really knocking it down now.
Yes.
I mean, in a few weeks, we're going to be in that studio.
Yeah.
And I mean, thank God for Jesus. And I said, thank God for Jesus. Hold that hammer for a minute. Anyway, but I hear what you're saying, because what does it feel like when you are aligned with your purpose? I'm asking these questions because I'm sure. I went out of town this weekend, and I went alone, and I traveled by myself so I could think.
Right.
And when I got to my destination, so I could think. And there's so much on the inside of me that's just turning, because you said something that when he takes you to something, you wonder why it detoured and went that way when you thought it was going that way. but he's going to build you to take you somewhere else. Is it like in the book of Numbers when he tell you with the clay, he's molding you, that put you back, lets you get hard, as this is my way of just putting that in the analogy, that he gets you to where you want to be. But some of us, I feel, not only myself, when we think, we got to be able to learn to discern between your thoughts and what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to come and talk to me like, hello, Larry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How I know he's going to speak to me, because if I get to know him through his word, that's how he talks to me. But when there are times when you feel like you're at a point in your life or in your journey, and when it does detour, how can I say this? I know, I'm talking about me right now, ladies and gentlemen. I know he's taking care of me.
Yeah.
But I feel like something is missing.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm at a wall. It feels like something is missing. I feel like I have so much more on the inside that it should be.
Listen, this is what as you were talking, this is what came to mind. I'm in a series right now that's dealing with connection and alignment.
Right.
I talked about on yesterday that it's important that in next levels, if I'm just using numbers, right? If I'm a 10 and I'm trying to raise my value, I can't stay in a room with 10s.
Come on, maybe that's what I'm feeling.
I gotta raise my value. I gotta get some 25, some 50, some 100, and that's gonna make me uncomfortable. But I'm topped out, and my circle is topped out.
Yeah.
And so now in this season, it's time for me to get in a bigger room. Bigger room. Sometimes that can be scary. Sometimes that can be harsh.
Yeah.
But in order to elevate, I gotta surround myself with people that are where I'm trying to be.
To go. Yes.
Not people that still talking like I'm talking.
Yeah.
This is what we want to do. No, these
That's
are
taking
people
that step.
that are there. I
Yeah.
need to get in that room and get to that place, because I'm gonna be frustrated talking to people that's just where I am. Yeah.
No motivation. I mean, I think that's what I'm feeling, because I mean, you want somebody in the room smarter than you.
That's right. Yeah.
You want to be in that room with somebody that's much smarter than you,
Yeah.
so that you can take that next step. Because I believe
Yeah.
that God, he confirms our purpose by placing us. If you notice that, when I look back, as I was traveling this weekend, I was looking at my journey, my life, right?
Yeah.
Up to where I am now.
Right.
And I feel like I got into a point where it's but I know that there should be something else.
Right. So, I guess, how can I say this?
Just say it.
When you're operating in purpose, there's a sense of peace.
And I don't have it.
Right. And so you know that there has to be something. So Paul, who was Saul,
That's right.
that was very driven in his assignment before Jesus changed his walk.
Oh Lord, he was trying to get rid of all the Christians.
And I think that why God loved him was because of his tenacity.
Right.
He had the wrong tenacity. God had to shift him where he was. But when you look at towards the end of his life, something that was very interesting to me is a person that's in purpose, they're not afraid of death.
Right.
Because Paul says, man, look, I'm now ready to be offered up.
Come on now.
Like a drink offering, because I've been operating my purpose so strong, I don't have nothing else to give.
Right.
I know where I was, and I've gone hard in this. I've been shipwrecked. I've been hurt. I've been tortured. I've been all of this, and now I've done everything that I can do. I know I've been operating my purpose. And God, notice this now, he was highly educated.
Very.
This man was well respected from his culture, but even in his life, understand, like, man, highly educated, operating in purpose, highly respected, but came to a crossroad.
Exactly.
Came to a wall.
Yeah, that wall.
Where God had to shift him and get him into his purpose, that ultimately, once he found it, he rode that thing until the end of his days, to the point to where he was, isn't that good when you can say, I'm ready to die.
Thank you.
I'm ready to go. That's a different place. Well, I'm scared. I don't know when you could say,
but
man.
When you know where you're going, you know what you're going to do.
I've kept the faith. I fought a good fight.
You
talk to yourself. God, whenever
now.
you're ready, I'm ready.
Exactly.
But that's, I think, when you're really operating in purpose, it's a place of peace that I know that I'm doing what I've been created to do.
Right.
And I've done it to the best of my, and I'm doing it to the best of my ability. And I think I think God gives, as you walk closely with him, because that alignment comes from being in alignment with him. As you align with him, he confirms and he kind of clarifies the assignment.
Right.
As you go, God will show.
Right.
I'm giving a lot. I'm preaching to myself now. I'm going to have to go back and look
now,
at this.
I'm going to send you the link, okay?
As you go, God will show. As
Right.
you are walking closely with him, the assignment clarifies and gets clearer as you align with the source of the assignment,
Right.
of the purpose. As you get closer to him, he makes it vivid. But I think there's a joy. There's a peace and a joy, and you'll know when it's time to slow down.
You know, it's like when you say that, there's a peace and there's a joy.
Yeah.
You hit something there.
Yeah.
I think, is that Jesus?
That's him. He calling right now.
Come on, Jesus. I mean, though, but what I'm saying, it's like I am on when I feel. And ladies and gentlemen, I can only use myself as an example because I don't know what you're feeling. But I'm hoping just as what Larry was talking about, with what he's talking to himself today, you see, maybe something that I'll say, maybe something that he's going to say that's going to open you up to see, to cause yourself to look in the mirror and reevaluate you as well to see where you are.
Yeah.
My thing, my purpose, my heart. Larry, I don't want to disappoint him in no way. I'm telling you, on the inside of me, it's like, I always like to use this. You know when you're growing up with your parents, your earthly parents, when you don't want to disappoint your parents, when you want your parents to be so happy about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Magnify that.
Wow.
That's how I feel. Oh, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh.
As you're talking, I'm reading this book right now about potential, and it talks about how 90% of people are only using 10% of their potential.
Right.
Geniuses are those that not are using 50%. They're just using 2 or 1 more percent than the average person, and it makes them seem genius.
Right. Oh, I got you.
You know what I mean? And so for us, I think that there's more, and I think that sometimes you can become comfortable with the familiar because what I know is comfortable.
Right.
This is how I've always done it, and so this is my comfort zone. And so what's beyond what I know seems scary, seems unfamiliar. But when you think about it, and it's a whole nother thing.
Come on.
That's faith.
Yeah.
That's me getting beyond what I know, what I'm in control of, and trusting God that beyond that, what I don't know, I'm walking with you.
Amen.
That's real. And sometimes we talk about faith, but sometimes it's faith in what I know. God, I know, but I'm in my routine. This is what I have done.
Exactly.
I've brought myself to this place, but this next level I got to go to is going to require faith, alignment, understanding my assignment, because God will shift your assignment.
What was his name that his faith was so big God just swooped him up? Enoch.
Enoch. Yeah.
Enoch was so full of faith that God, he just swooped him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Swooped me up.
Indeed.
I mean, but that's faith.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go through the dying process.
Right. Yeah.
God just swooped him and brought him home. That is faith.
Yeah, for sure.
Where is your faith?
Yeah.
Are you walking in purpose? Are you believing and knowing that you're doing all the time, not just sometimes? Okay?
That's right.
I got to go take a break. Why I say that, because that brought another thought to me, and we'll talk about that when I come back. Are you doing all the time? Are you just doing it when you can be seen?
Yeah.
In the dark, you're doing something else. We'll talk about that when we come back right here on Sunshine's Corner.
Good day, Pensacola. Welcome to a new segment on health and wellness sponsored by Baptist Healthcare in partnership with Sunshine's Corner. Every first Wednesday of the month during Sunshine's telecast, we're going to be bringing you information about health and wellness and ways to make sure we're improving the quality of your health care here in Pensacola. After all, we want to ensure that you're going to the right place at the right time and for the right reason, and that you don't feel alone. Can't wait to see you.
At FPL, we plan for storm season all year long. We're strengthening poles to better withstand severe weather. We're clearing lines to improve resiliency, and we're constantly training teams to act at a moment's notice. Because we're always working, always preparing. So when storms do hit, you can count on us. FPL, working for you every single day.
Get a fresh cut and a fresh start at AHW Barber Academy. We focus on growth. Join us at 3822 North 9th Avenue, Pensacola, for a top-notch $6 haircut while supporting aspiring barbers. Our students learn in a real-world setting, guided by experienced professionals to become licensed barbers. Need a cut or a new career? Visit AHW Barber Academy or call 850-692-9298.
I'm Emily Echeverria, Marketing Communications Director for Council on Aging of West Florida and the host of Coming of Age. Watch our show to find out what we're doing for our seniors and their families, and hear from area experts and local business owners about their programs and services. Want to help? Find out how you can work with us to bring a better future to our seniors. Watch Coming of Age, 3:30 p.m. Wednesdays, only on Blab TV.
Podcast.
Okay.
And welcome back to the hottest spot in town. This is Sunshine's Corner, and talking with Pastor Larry Watson Jr. Are you walking in your purpose? Are you doing what is thus says the Lord? Are you doing that? Because I believe that there's no other way. I think we were put here to walk to get to where he is. It's no ifs, ands, buts, maybe about it. Because I have to tell people, please understand that tap on the third floor, that hammer you hear.
It's progress.
That's progress. Thank you, Larry. I mean, I hope that. Oh, Jesus.
It's the sound of progress.
Oh, that sound, yeah.
The studio's coming.
It's coming real soon.
Real soon.
But if I feel like sometimes like my path may be somewhat unclear.
Yeah.
Because I think big. Because I don't put God in a small box. Because he can do any and everything. So I'm not going to put him in a box the size of this cup. I'm going to give him free reign with me.
Right.
Take me where you want to go, Father, because I trust you.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
But how is it for those who are viewing today? 850-432-7768. That's the phone number. I want to hear from you because I don't want just to hear my story. Let me hear from you. Maybe you can tell me something that you see if you are spiritually connected. Because, sometimes you don't have to, everybody ain't even that way.
Right. That's
if you understand what I'm saying. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
But when it comes that way, how do you confirm that purpose? How is it that you know? But God said that, when you walk with him, he will give you things that he will give you what you can, bigger than you can ever think, imagine. Abundantly, he'll take you higher, right? And it's not all about the monetary gain.
That's right.
It's not all about that with me.
Yeah.
I know he's going to take care of me.
Right.
But I want to go higher so I can fly more.
Right.
But when I fly, I'm not going to fly and forget who took me on this flight.
Right.
I want everybody to know that you can take that same flight for whatever it is that he has for you to do. Because I think that we sometimes think that I. And it's not that. It's us.
That's right.
How can we get people? When I look at them, I'm looking in the camera when I say this. When I look at people today, when I see the things that we're trying to do, we are so quick. Nobody will. I'm for truth. I am for truth. If it hurts your feelings, I'm going to tell you the truth. Ooh. Because the truth is what's going to make you free.
Right.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I hate it when I see people peanut butter it around.
Yeah.
And before I tell, well, I don't think they read it. It ain't for you to think that. Tell the truth.
Right. You were in my sermon yesterday. I'm talking about alignment and connections. And sometimes when you're connected to a person properly, you'll understand that the Bible says iron sharpens iron.
Right.
So in order for me to really go and grow where I need to, I got to have people that can have tough conversations with me, that I don't take their correction and be offended by it.
Exactly.
I'm taking it as you're giving me constructive criticism. Because if you get to a place where you're offended by every critique, how can you get better if you
You're
feel
not
like
gonna take it right. You're not gonna
you're doing
grow.
everything right?
Exactly.
You gotta have somebody that you trust and say, it might feel uncomfortable what you're saying, but I know that you're saying it out of love.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even like right now, and I think that you see the enemy is out there too.
Yeah.
Even with that hammer.
Yeah, for sure.
See, what we're saying is going to bless somebody.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But he will throw a distraction. And we may think that, oh, that's that. No, but he has a job that he's on too.
For sure.
And that distraction
Yeah. Yeah.
is there.
Yeah.
And that just fell in my spirit because that's him with a distraction.
Yeah.
But therefore, what we've got to learn to do is to be able to walk this walk with God and not just walk this walk and say I am when you're not.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the fact that I say that because there's so many I hear people saying, oh, I love God, but you love God and you do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't do it that way.
Right. Yeah.
There's a plan.
Right.
There's a path.
Yeah.
Now, if you choose to overlook part of it and don't want to take all of it, then you're not in no purpose. You're in your purpose.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes that's what you clarify. You know, the Bible talks about write the vision, make it plain.
Come on, Rebecca, too.
And
put it on table.
And sometimes it got to be plain with you. And sometimes you need a point of reference because you'll find yourself slipping. I wrote down a couple of things that signs that you're living outside of your purpose.
Right.
Constant comparison. I'm looking at other people, man. They seem like they're much further along than me. What am I doing wrong?
Can I hold you right there? Excuse me, brother. Further along, but they're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly.
From the Bible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's crazy. Chronic dissatisfaction. I'm here, but I'm dissatisfied. Empty success. People looking from the outside in, looking like, man, he's doing great. She's doing wonderful, but little do they know.
Just don't know.
What you see is not what I feel.
Amen. Just because I got the one comb my hair, I mean, we got a comb, but come on there. I mean, you coming out. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I'm glad y'all off today. Everybody who's off today, get into this conversation. Yeah. Okay, you at home, let's talk about it.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. I think this phone, okay, I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
Oop. Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. I just wanted to thank you guys for the conversation that you're having this morning because it really hit home. I was going through, some things, and I like to write and I do poetry.
Right.
And it's so funny, but I wrote this poem called The Journey of Life, and I'm going to read it quickly so I'm not taking up your time.
Please.
But it's called The Journey of Life. Life is a journey, no trip is the same. Each given for purpose, each labeled with a name. If given a detour or approaching a dead end, turn around and strategize and start your journey again. With changing weather comes hazards. Be careful and think clearly. Don't throw caution to the wind. Don't let your mind grow weary. Some paths comes with concern, putting wear and tear on your nerves. Others are narrow and misleading. Some have bumps and curves. No matter which you're given, it's about the path that you choose. Remember, we're not here to stay. We're all just passing through.
Oh, come on, Jesus.
Wow. That's good.
So thank you guys so much. I'm going to get off the phone, but I appreciate you, and this is much needed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Wow.
That was beautiful.
It was. Wow, listen to this. The last one that I wrote down was busyness without fulfillment. I'm busy, but I'm not fulfilled. What you doing? I got stuff to do. I'm doing this, but at the end of the day, when you're working in your purpose, that's what what I'm learning now is fulfillment is better than, you can always make more money. You can always. The grind of that can get to a point you can win the lottery and be unfulfilled. I know people that have won the lottery.
I know people who got money and they're so unhappy.
And so I'm busy just for the sake of just saying, what you doing? I'm busy. I'm not gonna be. But are you fulfilled? And that place that I'm seeking in my life, I think for you too.
Right.
Is like I want to make sure that my time counts, that I can measure it, that I've made some sort of impact. I've added value to somebody, or I've solved a problem that I can go back and have a point of reference, not how much money I made, how many people did I help?
Come on, somebody.
How many people were impacted by
What
my
I was
life,
doing.
by my words, by my energy? And if we seek ye first, God says, the kingdom, God says all that other stuff,
He'll add it to you.
I'll take care of it. That's your, whatever your desire is, I'll take care of you. But I need to know that you seeking me first. And that's what I'm saying, that seeking, I've had more fulfillment. You know, I like to travel. I've been all around the world. And that's great. But even when I'm there,
I saw him I think it was on a camel or something.
even when I'm there, I like to go to the poorest parts of those countries.
Right.
And spend time there and try to give there as much as I can. And like some people see like vacation, but it's more missional too as well.
Exactly.
Like, we're going to the most impoverished places to kind of see, because even though seeing the world does fill a certain part of my tank, giving and, like I just told you, helping, impacting, serving, it fills my tank more than anything. Like it's a sense of fulfillment that I have, that when you're really operating purpose, because I understand that me as a communicator, and even what God has given me, it's not just for me to just keep and hoard it. Like I'm blessed to be a blessing.
That's right.
And so the more that I keep my hands open, the more God allows things to
Exactly.
flow through it. So even with purpose, like some people are like, man, if I could just make more money, if I could do, but then what are you going to do with the money?
Thank you.
Because money is not going to make you happy.
Money is the root of all evil.
Purpose is going to make you happy. Walking in it, being in it, and being open to aligning yourself with God.
Is that, you think, like when sometimes people may say that if I go ahead and take I'm just talking now. I'm asking this when you were talking about people when they hold on, that think they got all this money in the world that's going to make them happy when it will not. That they will hold on to that hammer.
They holding on to it. I know y'all can hear it.
Hold on.
Yeah, they're holding on to
The
it.
hammer. Okay, but if you think that just because you got all the money in the world to do this, but money can't just get you in the kingdom. And I think we lose our point. We're here to only walk the walk to get to where we're going to live forever.
That's right.
This is just a path,
Right.
a journey. But we don't want to go through like what they had to go through with Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
But when I look at the world today,
Oh man, it's rough.
do you hear me?
It's rough.
Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah. Yeah. It's rough.
Do you feel me?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's rough.
Yeah.
So but are we going to make it? I mean, are we going to can we, do we have enough faith in God that we can let go of those little things that's in your ear saying, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this if I do that. Let that go.
Yeah.
And walk for God, because he's made a promise to you.
Yeah.
And he's not a man that he should lie. If he said it, his word has to do what it had to do, what it was sent to do.
Yeah.
But why is it that I'm guilty?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I do this, am I going to be able to handle this?
Yeah.
Or where am I going to get this from?
Yeah.
He said that he'll supply my every need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on, somebody.
Listen. There's a scripture that said, what does it profit a man
To gain the world
to gain the whole world
and lose his soul.
and lose his soul? That term soul, I don't know if we really tap into it a lot. Your mind, your will, your emotion, your soul. I did a series called Let Your Soul Glow. Took that from Coming to America. Because
With that stuff on the hair?
yeah, but in essence, life has a way that can cause your soul to be injured. And so sometimes God has to heal your soul. What does it profit a man to gain the world? For me to gain all of this, a house, car, money, and all of this.
Hammer.
And my soul, we talking about losing soul like eternal damnation. I'm talking about clarity and wholeness and peace while I'm alive. I didn't gain the whole world. I got everything, but I'm about to go to Lakeview. I got to check myself in. I'm suicidal. I'm not at a place of peace. I'm at this. How do I got the whole world,
tell you
but I don't have my.
I got your point, but what I want to do is I don't want to lose this call.
Yeah.
We're going to take the call, then we're going to go take our back history break, okay, sweetheart? So let's put it that way so I can come back.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things, this hour is going too fast for me.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things I need to get out of inside of me
Yeah.
so that I can make the right decision.
That's right.
So that I know that I'm doing what God said he wants me to do. I don't want to step out of his alignment, but there's so many things I feel like I need to do.
Yeah.
You hear me now?
For sure.
Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sunshine. This is Valerie. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How about you, Valerie?
I'm doing great. I'm listening to the program, and I'm really enjoying it. And, my question is to Pastor Larry is, we all have gifts and talents, and God let us, know what we have when we seek him.
Right.
And so my question is that, I'm a songwriter and I write poetry too. And, my heart is always really ready to share what God's placed in my heart. But, you find that even when you know what God has given you to do, you just wait for those doors to open that God will let you go through, because man will hold you back, but yet still you want to share your heart, what God has placed in your heart, and you want to give it out. Right. So all I'm just saying is that I know what God has placed in me, and I always want to share what he put in my heart. And I just asked Pastor Larry, is that true that we should pursue, or do we just sit on our gifts or talents?
Now, I think, hey, Miss Valerie, I know you. I know who you are. And I heard your voice. I know exactly where you are. We share some of the same gifts in writing and being creatives. I think, I know for me, is that I think we have to continue to create and document and pray for windows of opportunity. So when I say document, don't stop writing songs because we don't have the platform to sing the song. Don't stop writing the books or the poetry. Continue to document, because when the time comes, this has happened to me. This is a testimony for me. I remember doing a talent show at Florida State University. At Florida State, there was a representative for Sony Records that was there. I won the talent show. They flew me to New York. I went to Manhattan, went up on the 16th floor at Sony Studios, got in front of a record exec. And when I got there, he said, sing something. I sung. I had my sister with me. We sung together. He cried in my presence. He looked at the guy that brought us and says to him, let me hear a record. Let me hear something. And I had nothing for him to hear. Oh my! Aside from just a good song.
Of course.
There are millions of good singers, but not a lot of them have. They're not ready for the opportunity.
I got you.
And so for me, that's when I came to you when I had a record that time.
I remember.
It was because I won't say I was disheartened. It was a learning opportunity that when the door opens, are you ready? Absolutely. And so, Miss Valerie, for you, I would say keep documenting, keep writing, keep producing, because the right opportunity and the right stages are going to present themselves, and you just got to be ready. And I know that you got plenty to give.
Exactly. And thank you so much, Val. We got to run and go take a break, but I got to go run and take a break. Go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Larry, for doing that. But look, we're going to talk more about that. You can go even deeper when we come back.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for our Black History spot, because you know that this is Black History. And I tell you, every day we celebrate Black History every single day, because we are living Black History. Being brought to you by AHW Barber Academy and Joe Morrison's Son Funeral Home right here in Pensacola.
It was dubbed the fight of the century, with the Great White Hope fighting to win back the World Heavyweight title for his race. But that hope was knocked down by Jack Johnson, the son of former slaves and one of boxing's most controversial figures.
Born in Galveston, Texas in 1878, Johnson worked a variety of menial jobs before becoming a boxer. After a string of victories against black and white opponents, he set his sights on the World Heavyweight title. While white boxers would fight black boxers across the color line, they refused to risk the heavyweight title. But public pressure and an irresistibly hefty purse convinced world champion Tommy Burns to fight Johnson.
In 1908, Jack Johnson, a man who was born at the dawn of Jim Crow, defeated Burns and became the heavyweight champion of the world. That was an extraordinary achievement for a black man.
Public demand to return the title to a white man lured the formidable former champion Jim Jeffries out of retirement to wage the fight of the century. On the 4th of July, 1910, Johnson soundly defeated the Great White Hope. The loss led to racial clashes across the country, in which over a dozen people were killed and hundreds were injured. As Johnson's star was rising inside the ring, outside, his flamboyantly colorful lifestyle drew admiration, resentment, and envy.
He was brash, outspoken, married 3 white women at a time when in most states it was illegal for some black Americans. His lack of respectability was threatening to the cause of civil rights. And for white Americans, he didn't stay in his quote-unquote place. So he wasn't what we would think of as a heroic figure, but he was certainly a figure who pushed back against the constraints of racial inequality.
Jack Johnson died tragically in an automobile accident in 1946. His prodigious talent and his fearless audacity both changed and transcended the world of sports.
And welcome back to this Monday edition of, on this President's Day, this edition of Sunshine's Corner. We're talking with my good friend, Pastor Larry Watson Jr., and we are talking about walking in your purpose. You know, you think about this, when I saw this when I had written this down, and it's something to think about when you are doing, what I do with it, when you make that walk. Is it you? How did I ask this question? I said, is purpose something you discover, or is it something that discovers you? That's deep. That's deep. That's going to take a lot of studying to get that one.
Yeah, for sure.
We got to dig in the word to get it. But is it something that that you discover, or is it something that discovers you? Now, I know God said that he said, you know, wherever we're walking, he's going to take us there. And God, I believe everything you say. If you say jump, I believe it. I believe what he says.
Yeah.
And I go through, and I'm sure it's just like with Valerie, when she was talking about the thing that she does, when you go through all the talent that she has. It sometimes feels like you get stuck. Like the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago, when I told you, when you asked me, I was like, I think you ought to do that. That's just me. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're so, and then I saw you with Jonathan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I be following. I love Jonathan Reynolds, okay? I mean, but I saw y'all doing that, and I said, look at that, how they just connect. That it was just like, boop, 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 fell into place.
That's it.
And I thought that was so beautiful. I saved it because I got it on my computer. But no, what I'm saying is these kind of things, when we go through, okay, I know the Bible speaks of tests and trials.
Right.
When you're going through situations, such as anybody else, can your purpose serve or bypass that? We got 3 calls waiting, baby. I mean,
go for it.
Can your purpose, Lord have mercy, can your purpose survive opposition? Good morning.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Sunshine.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Brother Larry.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm blessed and I'm dealing with the rest.
All right now.
Hey, I love it.
55 years ago, let me say this. 55 years ago, I joined the Air Force. And when I got off the bus in San Antonio, Texas, at Lackland Air Force Base, the squad leader the drill instructor came up to me and chose me to be a squad leader. I was afraid. That was my first night away from home, my first airplane flight, but I know good and well I was talking to the Lord the whole time. I wasn't looking for that position as squad leader.
Right.
But God put me there.
Right.
He put me there for my future positions as the maintenance leader for the Naval Air Station, the Naval base, and I was the senior maintenance production division leader for public works out on the base when I retired.
Right.
Brother Larry, I gave you put you on the prayer list and gave you a copy of it.
Yes.
At your church.
Yes.
And the last time I saw you was at Brother Powell's homegoing.
Yes.
Your legacy has come a long way from Scuba, Mississippi, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk about it, man. Yes, sir.
Your daddy, when I got here in '95, the last great revival in this nation was here in Pensacola when I got here in '95. I had an opportunity to talk to your daddy, and I was from DeKalb, and y'all from Scuba.
Scuba. That's right.
What is Scuba?
That's the poorest part of the poorest
part.
The state in America.
Talk about it, man.
Kemper County.
Kemper County
is the poorest county in the poorest state in America.
Yeah.
And now look at you. He got you in a prosperous Pensacola.
Come on.
Home of America's last great revival.
Come on.
So we got something to do because he's giving us something to work with.
There you go.
That's right. That's right. Thank
Sonshine.
you.
Yes.
I got an acronym for peace.
Uh-oh.
Problems end and Christ enlightens. And when that happens, you're in a position and a place of peace because he's talking to you all the time, and he lets you know to shut your mouth and listen to him.
Come on now.
Amen.
Amen.
God bless y'all. God bless y'all.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. We got another caller. I see what we got to go with this one right here now. Let's see. Good morning. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, now I can hear them. You got your TV a little bit too loud.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello. This is Elam Harris. I find that one of the hardest things for us to do, right, and within our lives is to not just be a hearer or what you're talking about, but be an actual doer of what the word says.
Right.
And it sounds easy, but it's not. And I think that's the hardest thing that there is within the Bible for us to do. It's not just to be a hearer, but be a doer.
You're right. Okay. We're going to talk about that then. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Larry, he's right, but the Bible says don't be just hearers of the word, be doers of the word.
That's right.
You can't do it today and forget about tomorrow.
That's right.
I mean, be ye, now don't just hear it, but do it.
Right.
Why is it that we have, even now in today's time, there's such a separation in the church?
Right. Yeah.
It is such a separation in the church. And then so when we're trying to, are we steering away from, so that we can all be that doer of the word? Are we giving them a pass? When they're not doing it, we're gonna say, "Oh, where they go? Well, I'm in training. I'm in training. Oh, really? How long is your training gonna last?"
That's right.
I've heard somebody say, even my daughter said to me, "Well, I'm in process or something." Right. I said, "Oh, really?
Wow.
It's not a process.
Right.
You got to do it or you don't."
Right. Yeah.
So therefore, I think when we do things like that, we are only holding on to the world to keep doing those things of the world. Because Scripture tells us in Romans that we are what? We are in this world, but we are not of this world.
Right. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
So we can't hold on to that.
Yeah.
Because I'm in transition.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, so supposing you get tripped up in that transition.
Right.
What you gonna do then?
Yeah. I think. Wow. We're gonna need another hour.
We're
for
gonna
this.
need 3 more hours.
I think when you're in purpose, it gives you a sense of pride, not like ungodly pride, but you know your purpose. You know, when you think about people that are really operating in purpose, they have this, like, when they enter the room, it's like they know that they're in purpose. But one of the things I was thinking about as you were talking just then, when you're in purpose, we talked about the fulfillment of purpose. But sometimes even when you're in your emotions of how you feel, purpose overrides that. The sense of fulfillment of purpose overrides your fatigue.
Okay.
It gives you energy to kind of continue to keep going. Like, I got to stay in purpose. And we think about anybody, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, this and that. Look at the opposition that they had, but they kept going.
They kept on going.
They wanted to just kind of see this thing go through because I'm in purpose, and it empowers me to keep it up. But it gives me a sense of boldness because notice, even with opposition, they kept going.
They kept going.
They kept
and you know
going
what
even
you
stronger.
said just hit me in my heart, and we're going to take a break after this. But just hit me. Even with Dr. King, I think he knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
Because his last speech was.
For sure.
I think God had already showed him that. He said, when I went to the mountain,
I
I looked over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get there with you.
He was giving you.
But we will get to the other side.
We will.
And the next morning, what?
Yeah.
He got shot.
Yeah.
Somebody killed him.
Well, see, even you see the.
I see where you're going. Got chills on me. Yeah.
He's synonymous with Paul. He was so into purpose that he even knew, like, I poured out everything I can, and I can see that they want me or whatever. But even Paul's death wasn't sickness.
No.
Paul was about to be murdered.
That's right.
And so,
until he got blind. I mean, but he had to do that to him to save him to get. What was his name? Barnabas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on
now.
Come on, word.
I mean, but it's the fact of it is, it's so much.
But see how purpose, even in pain, I keep going back to Joseph, man, because Joseph had a reason to be in pain based off what happened to him from his family.
Right.
Can you imagine like what his brothers did to him, man?
Come on.
How that he could have just went, I mean, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm just gonna die here. But he didn't. He didn't let the pain of his past pause his purpose. I got to keep pushing.
And I got something to share with you. We're going to go to break. Person on the phone, please do not hang up. I got to take this break. It's only 2 minutes and I'll be back. But I want to move on over to Job.
Yeah.
Because people always say what Job went through. Do you know how long that took for that to happen to Job? You think that was 6 weeks? Do you know how long of a span that happened to Job? How quick all that happened?
Yeah.
When you talk about Job,
right,
learn what Job went through in one day.
Right.
You don't hear me.
Right.
I'll be back with more right here on Sunshine's Corner.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Ask the Messick Insurance Agency in Pensacola if auto owners make sense for you.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
My name's Kelly McLeod. I'm the owner of Bella Magazine. Bella is a source of uplifting and inspiring content for the women of Pensacola.
I think the magazine is just so thoughtfully done. There's a lot of attention to detail. The stories are really good.
You've got seriousness, you've got fun, education, fashion. It just encompasses everything.
Women are multidimensional, and so is Bella.
From the efficiency of American natural gas and the dependability of nuclear power, to the strength of Florida's sunshine and the flexibility of advanced battery storage systems, we leverage a diverse mix of energy sources to power our growing state, ensuring reliable, low-cost power for your home or business whenever you need it. FPL, working for you every single day.
Well, I think it's all about local, and I'm a big believer in local. So I think anytime you can carry a message out locally, it's important. And I think it's anytime the person that delivers the service can also deliver the message, which is unusual. You have the people that actually deliver the project doing the talking, and I think that's a huge difference, and really makes a huge value difference for the consumer. So I'm really just so grateful that we have this local opportunity with Blab TV. My name is Quint Studer, and I am Blab TV.
And welcome back. We are down to the last 3 minutes. I can't believe it. It's all the way down to the bottom.
Really?
Down to the last. Because when you get to talking about That powerful
wow.
thing. Okay, we got a call. Let's see
Yes.
what this caller got to say. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing this morning? I just want to say one thing. London and Pastor, which is my pastor. When they talk about you in the street, just tell them one thing. I got one thing in my life, and that's Jesus, and it's personal to me. Have a great day.
Bye, Eddie. Lord have mercy. That's Eddie Snail. I mean, we're down to the last 3 minutes, man. I mean, we've been going. That's going, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now what would you want to say again? You said something that we needed to say.
You got to bring me back to my thought.
That Joseph.
No, because
I mean, Job.
Job. We can use Job.
We got 1 minute.
That even God, sometimes our pain is our purpose. Sometimes God uses you as a prototype of what it needs to look like going through and showing how you will be, because if he takes you through, you're always better.
When you come on the other side.
Because he gave him double.
Lord have mercy.
He thought he was there. And Job was a blessed man. I'm talking about
totally blessed.
Had it all.
And it hit him all day long.
If your pride, we were talking about this, if your purpose is based on your possessions, what happens when you lose it all?
Come on now. He never did give up on God.
It can't be based on stuff. It got to be based on what's in. My purpose is me.
Mm-hmm.
So even Joseph's brothers thought that the favor was on his coat. They took it from him.
They sure did.
They know that when they stripped him down, the favor wasn't on the coat. The favor was on him. You put me in the pit, I'm going to rise up.
Mm-hmm.
Put me in Potiphar's house, I'm going to rise up. Put me in jail, I'm going to rise up. Eventually, I'm going to get into the right room to where now I'm before the king. And so now the king sees my value, and he's going to put me in my rightful position that my brothers and everybody couldn't see. Potiphar couldn't see it, the prison couldn't see it, but God knew it. He had a whole plan of taking me through those painful situations to bring me to my purpose. I'm done.
Okay. Lord, Larry, we got to have a continuation.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to, because this is so much that I want to cover that should be covered. But I'll say this, I'll ask everybody to make sure whatever you do, don't lose your focus on God. Whatever you go through, wherever you are, whatever that you're dealing with, fall more into his word so he will guide you through your journey, the journey that he's taking you through. I've got to go, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll leave you as I do every day. Never, ever, ever, ever lose your focus. Always remember to keep God first in whatever you do. Handle it like that, and I guarantee you're going to be a total success. So until tomorrow, for the new book that's written by Miss Sharon Gaston, she's going to be in from Washington, D.C. tomorrow, right here on Sunshine's Corner. Know that I love you, my dear friends, with a perfect kind of love. Keep shining while I'm
Sunshine's Corner, being brought to you by Quint and Richie Studer.